Technology these days is just getting more and more advanced. Anything from cars, computers, or even cell phones. All these things play a big part in our lives. Without cars, we couldn't transport easily. Without computers, we wouldn't be able to look up information when we need it. With cell phones, well, some of you may not be able to survive. Anyways, I will be talking to you guys about computers. When you hear the term form factor, what comes to mind? Yeah, I didn't know either. Well, the technical term is the form factor is the size, configuration, or physical arrangement of a computer hardware object. In other words, is a chassis of a computer and includes the motherboard. They define the layout of the actual motherboard, including the dimensions, positioning, mounting, holes, expansion slots, and so on. I will be giving you some information that will give you the advantages and disadvantages of the different types of form factors. There are tons of different form factors such as the AT, Baby AT, the ATX, LPX, NLX, and much more. I won't bore you to death, so I'll just give you the basic information on just a few of these. So let's start off with the AT. The AT was the original and one of the first form factor designs. With being one of the first designs, it's not going to come out perfect the first time, so they found a couple problems. They found a problem with the expansion cards. The height of the processor interfered with the card installation. With that, heat expansion from the processor sometimes caused problems for the expansion card. Simply, everything was jam-packed and caused overheating. The AT form factor also caused problems with the drive bays. The width of the board was 12 inches wide by 14 inches deep, which overlapped with the space required for the driveways. The Baby AT was a smaller version of the AT, only 9 inches wide by 13 inches deep. With the Baby AT, they upgraded to a newer, smaller component. It was more compact, broad, but had the same drawbacks as the AT. In the home PC, this is rarely an issue. However, in servers, many expansion cards are full length. With these form factors being the first design, manufacturers picked out the mistakes, made and improvements on those specific things. Traditionally, servers are not designed around Baby AT form factors. As motherboards have evolved over the years, the AT and Baby AT form factors have become obsolete. With the problems I told you with the Baby AT and the ATX form factor was designed to overcome these problems. In the ATX form factor, the processor and memory are arranged in the right angle next to the expansion slots, allowing more room for the use of full-length expansion cards. That would also reduce the heat because everything is not packed together. In new computers, the combined height of the processor, heat sink, and cooling fan made it possible to insert full-length cards in any other form factor, and most new computers, including servers, are built around the ATX form factor. The ATX form factor is different than the other AT and Baby AT form factors. The motherboard also offered advanced power management features which will make them even more attractive to computer builders. For example, the ATX motherboard also offers a shutdown option, which allows the user not having to press the power switch to turn the computer off. A full-size ATX board is 12 inches wide and 9.6 inches deep. There is also a smaller version referred to as the mini ATX board, which is 11 inches wide by 8 inches deep. Released in 2003 by Intel was the Balanced Technology Extended, otherwise known as the BTX form factor. Unlike other form factors, this one did not involve from the older form factors. Instead, it was a completely new design and manufactured form factor. The BTX form factor allows more integrated onboard components because it is larger than the ATX. The airflow path is designed by moving the memory slots and expansion slots. This allows the main system board components to be used without making too much noise. With past computers overheating, it would cause them to be loud, and more people would enjoy this because it is quiet. Form factors will be a complete misunderstanding if you know nothing about them. Hopefully I gave you enough information for you to have a little bit better understanding of what it does and what they're used for. As you could tell over the years, they kept on finding out not only the mistakes but improvements as well, such as airflow design, dimensions, and so on. So maybe in the next few years they will find even more improvements. Hey, with technology these days, anything can happen.